Hello and welcome to the studio where we paint away the stress of everyday life. I'm making sure everything is actually recording. I've changed my studio around. I know it doesn't look like it on camera, but I've got a lot more room here now. Got my little heater going, keep myself warm. And yeah, I've set up cameras slightly differently, so I'm hoping that all the settings are okay. And I won't know that until I actually get in to start editing. So today I thought I'd paint something slightly differently, something slightly different. I want to paint a seascape today. So I'm just going to go into a little bit of titanium white and a little bit of ultramarine blue on the same brush. There we are, ultramarine blue and titanium white on the same brush. I've drawn a line there, and all I'm going to do now is just put a little bit of sky in, just like this. I want a nice bright sky. It's really cold and frosty today out there in Wales, and yeah, it's been quite sharp, actually, quite sharp today. So I thought, oh, I don't know what I was going to do today. I don't know what I was going to paint, and things haven't been going right for me. I've had the canvas, I've had a bit of cardboard fallen. I put the cardboard up, it fell off. The lights haven't been working properly, and oh, it's one of them days today. But what do? We have to persevere with it. We have to persevere with it. And there's no point getting stressed. Painting is about enjoyment. It's about having fun. It's about relaxing. It is for me. So I don't like to paint if I'm a little bit stressed and stuff. But because it'll reflect in your artwork. Sometimes it'll reflect. It will definitely reflect in your artwork. I just caught my mic a little bit there, so that might have gone. It's going to be one of them days. So we've got to talk. We've got to be positive, haven't we? We've got to be positive. Clive has got to be positive today. I've got to be positive. What do? We tend to beat ourselves up, don't we? If things don't go wrong, we blame ourselves, and I don't know if you like me and you talk to yourself a lot, but as I got older, I seem to be talking to myself more. Perhaps I'm the only one that'll listen to me. I don't know. You tell me. And so we tend to say, "Oh, you stupid thing," and we call ourselves names and we beat ourselves up. Things don't go right, and it's the end of the world. I made a mistake when I'm painting, and we shouldn't do that, should we? We should be positive, really. We should give ourselves some positive affirmations, as they call them. Positive affirmations, because you wouldn't say that to your friend, would you? If your friend was sitting next to you and they were having a bad day, you'd encourage them. And I think that it's important that what we don't do is encourage ourselves and give ourselves a tap on the back and say, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, Clive. It's not the end of the world. It's only a little bit of paint on a bit of canvas. What is the problem? What's the worst thing that could possibly happen? Nothing really, is there? Nothing. There is nothing that we can't actually recover from. Just getting a bit of burnt umber and a little bit of white. Because I'm just going to put a few. I'm making it a little bit darker. I'm just going to put a few clouds in the sky, just like this. And I'm just going to let my brush just zip across the painting like this. Woof it in. Ooh, look, like nice smooth cloudies. Couple of little cloudies up there like that. Couple of little drifters. We don't know. They're just wonderful. The clouds haven't got worries, do they? Clouds don't worry. They just form and they just float in the sky. They got no worries at all. It's clouds. Clouds have got no worries whatsoever. So I just put some cloud marks just like that. Massive cloud just down there like that. There we go. And then we'll put some more clouds just up, floating in the sky. And if we're very, very quick and we get a small brush, a dry brush, we can just dry brush that, smooth that down. Just like that. Take some of them hard edges away from the bottoms of those clouds. just push that in there. Got my little dog Molly. She's sleeping on the chair actually. She's been very funny today with me. She's been she hasn't let me alone today. She wants to be with me all day today. So I brought her into the studio and she's sleeping there, and she's starting to snore a little bit. I didn't realise my dog snored until now. And yeah, if I could turn the camera over, I would. Hey, you Molly, are you right? You big girl. So I'm just going to let that dry. She knows I'm talking to someone, but she doesn't know who. So I've got some phthalo green. Phthalo green. If you haven't got any phthalo green, just use any bit of green, or just use a little bit of yellow if you want to, into some blue paint. There we are. I'm just going to get some phthalo green because I like the phthalo green. It's got this lovely, wonderful turquoisey blue type of colour. I'm going to put a bit more blue with that. And again, I'm just going to check my cameras are all recording. And I think they are. My sound is okay, I hope. So it's the exposure on the camera I worry about more than anything. So I'm just trying to get a nice straight line. Use a little bit of masking tape or painter's tape for this process, because when you're doing horizon lines, it's important that it's really straight, really straight. But I'm not going to worry too much today. There we go. A little bit of green. There we are. Get a bit of blue now. Just merge that in. Very lightly brush that in like that. Just get that bit of a. Now you see how I made a mistake there. We'll just wipe it away. We'll just wipe it away. It's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. There we go. That's what I said about putting painter's tape on there, because if you put painter's tape on there, then it'll stop that type of problem. But I'm not worried about that today. Big deep breath there. Big deep breath there. So I want another wave. I want a wave coming in roughly on that angle there. So I'm going to put a bit of dark in. There we go. I'm going to put a bit of dark in there. That's going to go over that way. That's going to come in there like that. It's just appearing over there. There we go. And I'm going to get a bit more of this green. Actually, I'm going to get a little bit of yellow. Going to get a little bit of yellow. Just into that area there like that. Just a little bit of yellow. There like that. Very subtle, isn't it? Bit of blue, bit of burnt umber and blue. There we are. Bit of burnt umber and a bit of ultramarine blue. I want a slightly darker line just coming across here. It's a slightly darker line. I'm going to come up like this. There we go. And that's going to come over there. Disappearing to that point there like that. Getting a bit of this nice blue now. Using all these colours as best I can. Get a bit more yellow. Let's get a little bit more yellow. A bit of phthalo green, a bit of yellow. Get a bit of that blue in there then. Just splodge it on. It's like a rainbow painting, isn't it? It's like a mass of colour. Just a mass of colour. That's what I was looking for. A little bit of yellow there. I just want to brighten up a bit of a area there. Maybe a little bit of an area there. Just like that. I want to get some of this blue and some white. I'm just using one brush for the moment. Merge that in there like that. I'm going to get a bit of yellow ochre. There's a little bit of yellow ochre there. I'm going to put a bit of yellow ochre now. Just down here. Using one brush. I'm not even washing my brush. I'm just using the colours on the brush. I'm just trying to get these colours to merge a little bit. Just like that. A little bit of burnt umber now. How nice is that? What a wonderful way to paint a tonal painting. If you could call it a tonal painting. I don't know. Would you call it a tonal painting? I don't know. Anyway, let's get a bit of brown. This is a burnt umber, a little bit of black. Burnt umber and a little bit of black. And I'm just going to put a big lump of brown and black. Just like that. And that's like this. Just like that. And I'm going to do the same. I'm going to put another one just like this. There we go. Put a bit of this, dragging a bit of this, just like that. Wow. Okay. Using the same brush. This is the little brush. I mean, this is a little short flat, as you can see, my little short flat. I'm just going to check my cameras once again. Camera 1, camera 2, camera 3. It all seem to be working okay. I'm going to get some white. I'm going to get my stick now. Now, I'm just going to put a few lines just like this. Do 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 do. It's very simple. Simplicity is the key, really. I like to, when I do things like this, I just like to do things as simple as possible. Little lines. Paintings are designed really to be viewed from a distance and not really close up. Not really close up. Just like that. Whoosh. Sometimes we've got to make those noises. Bit of a stormy old sea there. My mic is catching on my jacket. The waves going behind that one. That one's just fading away there into nothing. This one is just blowing over. It's got a little few foam and stuff over the top there, and that's blowing in just like that. There's another one crashing. It's there. That's coming up over the top of that rock. There's a rock, see? That's coming. Into there, like this. Some more. Spritz of spray. That's coming in. Should we have another one? Maybe there, like that. It's a bit stormier than I expected. Bit stormier than I was expecting, this one. A bit of warm white paint. Just like that. A lot of foam. Coming over the sun like that. Looks okay, I suppose. Let's get I want to get a little detail brush. I got all my brushes sorted out now. Actually, I've impressed myself. Right, let's get this little brush there. I like this little brush. It looks nice. I'm going to put some bright white, pure titanium white. Here and there like that. It's an old oil painter's trick. Sometimes you put just thick lumps of paint just like that. Nothing really, it's not a divine brushstroke or nothing. It's just basically just big lumps of paint that you stick on and just let it do its job. Just let it do its job. It just puts a little bit of like highlighting colour on. There we go. We can get a script lining brush. Get this paint like ink. Hopefully this will work. And we'll just put a few little shadow marks in. Just like that. Bit of shadow under there. And we got a bit of shadow. Oops. I picked the wrong paint up. Put a bit of shadow under there like that. A bit of just shadow into the water. We could do the same with let's get some white paint or whatever colour this is now. It's just a little bit of highlighter. Just a little bit of highlight. Or you could spend hours doing this. It's just, I just wanted to come to the easel today and just basically just play a little bit. Because life's too short. Don't beat yourself up. Give yourself a pat on the back. Give yourself a pat on the back and say, look, you know, I made a mistake. Oh, it's not right. Oh, that's terrible. That's awful. Well, you wouldn't say that to somebody else, would you? You wouldn't turn around and say to him, oh, that's terrible painting. I'm sorry. I don't like that. If you were trying to be nice with them and supportive, you wouldn't do it. So try and be nice and supportive to yourself. This is what I'm trying to say today. There's messages. There's messages in my paintings. It's not just the painting itself. I like to try and come across and say there's more to painting than painting itself. You know, there's more to painting. A little bit of highlight on these clouds. There we go. Use your finger. Shh. Rub it in. There we go. Have a bit of fun. Get dirty. Enjoy yourself. Don't worry about anything. Have a bit of fun with that. Let's get a little bit of black into this rock. Put a bit of shadow into that rock. Let's give it a little bit of definition there. Again with this rock. Just a bit of shadow. There we are. Get some of this water. This white foam. Splash in there. Whoosh. Coming over those rocks. Coming down the bottom of the rock. Just like that. Again there. It's coming over the rock there. There we go. And have fun. Just have fun with it. Paint to relax sometimes. Just paint and don't paint to sell. Don't paint to impress people. Paint to relax and paint for yourself. Practice. Practice, practice, practice. It's all about practice. You know, not the best painting in the world, but hey, you know, I quite enjoyed that for a Sunday afternoon. So yes, this is painting on a Sunday afternoon. So don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. Join me again in the studio and let's see if we can come up with something else. If you've got any ideas of what you'd like to paint, would like me to paint, put them in the comments below. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and that's all I ask. And thank you very much. I'll see you next time. Bye.